A wonderful and hopeful day, everyone. It is very great that we still see the sunshine of this day and the moonlight towards the end. There is only one simple truth that it is telling us that we are still alive. Let us start our vlog with a text found in Proverbs 11 verse 9. It says, "With their words the godless destroy their friends, but the knowledge of the truth and the true God will rescue the righteous." A very old cliche goes this way: walk your talk. This is an old proverb that means you are not a believable individual if you are only good in words but anemic in deeds. Fellow vloggers and vlog aficionados, you might be asking why I'm wearing this very suited attire. Well, this very moment, we will be talking about the politicians in our government. So I dressed like one so that you can identify with the topic that we will be tackling this very moment. The past few days, when our country was fighting COVID, your content provider, Prospero Gonzaga Jr., known to my student as Sir Noy, gave 100% support to our government because they cannot fight this alone. They need our prayers, physical support, and even providential words of inspiration. On the contrary, this does not include those politicians who are sick with political COVID disease, PCD. Oh, is there such thing as PCD? Well, unfortunately, we discovered that there is a disease like that now, a political COVID disease, and it is more dangerous and treacherous than the common coronavirus disease. How do we know that our politicians, local or national in service, are sick with PCD or political COVID disease? Well, that brings us to our topic of focus this very moment. Our topic of focus is walk your talk, please. The fight against political COVID disease. Again, walk your talk, please. This is the fight against political COVID disease. Now, the question goes again. How do we know that our politicians, local or national in service, are sick with PCD or political COVID disease? Well, here are the signs and symptoms. So take note, if your politicians locally are already demonstrating this one, they might as well be sick already with PCD or political COVID disease. Signs and symptoms number 1, they are less visible when they are needed the most. Signs and symptoms number 2, they are prioritized in healthcare needs even if they do not fall in line. Signs and symptoms number 3, they withhold medical supplies for auctioning and even pricing it to gain in these emergent times. And number 4, they cannot follow simple and accurate rules and protocols. Now brace up. We will be discussing this one by one to understand what is a political COVID disease. Symptom number 1, not visible politicians. Sad thing about this is, when they were yet campaigning, they are always everywhere like plants and you can see them. When they already won, they are already as rare as diamonds. You have to dig or to be lucky to find even just one of them in a very, very long period of time. This is very frustrating because we voted for these people to lead us not only during times of benevolence, but even in times of great tribulations. Symptom number 2. Prioritizing self over systematically lining constituents. This is very rampant today. This is not only greedy and selfish, this is very self-centered and unforgivable. We always hear from the news, Congressman X is negative, Senator Y is positive, Secretary W is negative, Mayor Z is positive, and so on and so forth. They are not even showing symptoms yet. They are not in line, but they are televised and covered by media during this test-taking activity. Terrible. Now the question is, how about the Juans and the Juanas who are lining, following, and observing the systematic system for testing? Why are they set aside in favor of the politicians? So sad. It is really a political COVID disease to always take advantage of the helpless citizens. I hope this kind of practices will end because this is not a good reflection of a Filipino politician. Symptom number 3. Medical supplies are auctioned and priced up. Wow. While the frontliners, the volunteers fight the turbulent virus with substandard protective gears or PPEs, which can kill them, are waiting for the medical supplies from the local government including those of their contacts in the national government, withheld this and in some news even auctioned and jack up prices for gain. This is not only unlawful, beloved vloggers. This is inhumane. This is barbaric and should be subjected to the best and the worst penalties that our nation should ever have. This is aiding our first and frontliners to be in terminal danger. Symptom number 4. They cannot follow simple laws and rules, protocols, yet they let the people follow these laws. Wow, cheesy. There are also instances wherein persons under investigations, politicians themselves, in their conscious knowledge, still travel to malls and hospitals at that. They are educated enough in great universities and elected to political positions because they know how to understand rules. Some of them even have extra time studying law and constitution. It really discouraged us to know that they are always appearing on TV, encouraging and stimulating everyone to follow. But when they are behind the cameras and living in the real world, they have difficulty and stubbornness following simple rules. Rules that will endanger lives and even result to deaths of people who are vital in the war against COVID. Yes, vlog aficionados. We need to let our politicians understand that they should walk their talk. It should not only be a day affair in election that they do their best and then distort rules afterwards due to the fact that they are already under the spell of political powerfulness. The lessons learned, dear vlogmates. Next election, vote for people who are visible in these perilous times, even endangering themselves. People who work not in front of the cameras only. People who are willing to fall in line and will reject special treatment for their own gains. People who will not make money out of government stocks, making them irresponsible and hoodlums in barongs. And lastly, people who can follow simple rules. If they cannot do these things during these times of great medical emergency, then during normality, they are just pretentious enough to mislead us to their goodness. Remember, fellow Filipinos, before election, we are empowered by the Philippine Constitution to be the most powerful regime in this country because our votes will let politicians realize their dreams. But it will be the same vote that will let politicians come out of their shell and show the world the real creatures that they are after we let them win. This condition our politicians in focus now are in is called political COVID disease. Okay? Or the PCD. Why? For this is harder to cure, even if you compare it to COVID-19. Why? Because it only stays in the heart and nothing more. Let us be vigilant. They don't have a place in our country in the next election period if we want this country to have responsible and ethical leaders, one that we can be proud of in the face of the whole world. Lastly, let me close by saying they are public servants. I want to underscore the word servant. The word servant should not show the world indiscriminate power. The word servant means knowing how to follow. And above all, servanthood was used by God to depict humility. God bless our public servants, our politicians who are not yet infected with PCD or the political COVID disease. And those who are infected already, let us pray for them to wake up and start doing what is right. Maybe they still have time. This was a productive sharing, dear vloggers and vlog aficionados. Hoping to see you again next vlog time. This is your content provider and freelance vlogger, Pros Gonzaga Jr., known to my students as Sir Noy. And I'm saying, let us be a good example if we want people to respect us. And that's the way the eagle hooked the prey. God bless everyone and have a great day.